Hello, everyone. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have another session, another talk with a really special guest. We have here Geertjan. Hi, Geertjan.
Hello, how are you?
Hello. I'm good. Thank you so much. Thanks for being with us. Let's talk about a little bit about Java User Group, Riyadh. So here in Riyadh JAG, we organize talks, workshops, sessions, experience, career development. We talk about all the Java-related stuff, and we invite all the speakers around the world. They are welcome. So we have been uh, conducting amazing sessions in the past. Please do check them in our Riyadh Jag YouTube channel, and you'll find all the details in our Twitter account, Riyadh Jag. Uh, so let's give a little bit introduction about our speaker, Geertjan. He is the well-known speaker around the world. He is the actually founder and co-founder of the Foojay platform. Foojay platform is really one of the best platforms around the world for learning, networking, and getting in touch with the classworld expert Java developers and architects and so forth. They have various, topics. They have podcasts. They have also articles. They have some hands-on as well. So let me give you also a little bit experience about myself being a member of this amazing community. It's really an honor for me to be of this part of this community where I have been really warmly welcomed by Geertjan, and he gave me the access to this amazing platform where I went inside and created and published a couple of mini articles, and it was really very straightforward, giving me the trust and giving me the opportunity to share uh, my little bit experience about the Java. So I have almost around 10 articles there. I have like almost 1,000 of views, 3,000 views. uh, it's really being noticeable by the Java expert and the Java community, and it's really an honor to be of this amazing superstar heroes. Uh, so, without further ado, uh, the let's hear more about Foojay and more about the open source community, OpenJDK. So, Geertjan, the stage is yours. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay, thank you all very much for being in this session. My name is Geertjan, and you are attending a Riyadh Java User Group meeting right now. I am one of the organizers of the Amsterdam Java User Group. So we are in the same family. We are all very much enthusiastic about Java, and in our free time, in the evenings, in weekends, and so on, we get together and talk about Java together, just like you do in Riyadh. We are doing that in Amsterdam, in the Netherlands, where I am. I used to work for Sun Microsystems a long time ago, and then Oracle took over Sun, and in the meantime, I work for Azul. And Azul is a provider of OpenJDK distributions. So if you're using Java, you can use it from Oracle or from Red Hat or from Amazon or from Microsoft or from Azul. And so that's what Azul does. It's a Java expertise organization. And like all good Java organizations, it is not just focused on earning money, but also on contributing to the community. And one aspect of Azul's contributions to the community is that It is a key sponsor behind this community website, Foojay. So Foojay stands for Friends of OpenJDK. And when I was at Sun Microsystems, and some people here might remember this as well, there was a website called java.net, where there were lots of blogs and news and events calendar and things like that all around Java that Sun Microsystems used to do. But now, of course, in the meantime, there are many different Java providers, all with their own strategy and so on. And in a way, it's great because there's a lot of innovation around Java. But on the other hand, the Java ecosystem is a bit fragmented. And if you are learning Python, for example, you go to the Python website, python.org, or if you're learning Kotlin, or if you're learning whatever, there is always a central place to go to. But that is not so much the case for Java because of the fragmentation across different Java distributors. So one key idea behind this community portal is to bring together everybody and to have a single unified place where everyone involved in the Java ecosystem, and not just Java, but also Kotlin or other OpenJDK dialects, can get together and share information and insights and so on. And the key piece of Foojay is this website. But there is actually much more. There is, for example, also a Twitter handle. So if you're on Twitter, you go to foojay.io. There's also Mastodon. There's also a LinkedIn. And there's also a Slack channel. So here I am on the Foojay Slack. And to join it, all you need to do is go to your browser and type bit.ly and then /join Foojay Slack. And if you do this, I highly recommend everyone does this, then you will find yourself automatically in this Slack channel, and you see a lot of discussion and announcements and different jugs. You can see this jug Amsterdam, jug Arnhem, jug Belgium, jug Boston. We could have a special channel here for jug Riyadh, for example, so that after your meetups, you can discuss maybe the next speaker or what you liked or what you didn't like, because a meetup is one instance where you get together, but in between one meetup and the next meetup, you might want to stay in touch with each other. So we could easily create another channel here. So I'm going to create a new channel. And I'm going to put here this. And if you join in on the Foojay Slack, you will be able to join in. And well, this is the first member aside from me. So here, I mean, it's all very simple. We want to provide all the facilities and resources that you need to come together around Java, whether it's in a jug or something else. But another example of this is we have a calendar. So of course, there is the meetup.com site where you can announce new meetups and so on. But this is a dedicated OpenJDK calendar. And if you go to foojay.io/calendar, you will find it. And to add new items to this calendar, you just click on a cell. You don't need to be logged in. I'm not logged in or anything. And you see this dialog pops up, and you can submit a new item. So you could submit your future Riyadh Jug items, and it will then be in the queue, and we will approve it, and it will be added to the calendar. And you can see here there's different views. So this is month, but this is week, this is day. So you could even see across multiple different time periods what's going on in the OpenJDK community. And you can see here pop up that gives you a link to the event page, which could be a meetup page, for example. So this is also one part of what Foojay does. So if you're missing something in the community, you're working together on something. Another example on the Foojay Slack, there's a very interesting project. People are joining, I think, already. At least one person. Ahmed Hijazi. Welcome. See, all you need to do is type bit.ly, join Foojay Slack, and you will be here. Ahlan wa sahlan to Ahmed. What I was saying is there is also a book being written by the community. So a book about sustainability and Java. And there are multiple people involved in this. Everyone is contributing a chapter. So this is an example of something, if you want to collaborate internationally with people involved in Java or OpenJDK in general, this is the place where you can do that. And you can see that there are discussions around particular conferences, for example, specific topics like AI and Java, for example. So this Slack channel is very alive. And what it also is for is that if you go to Foojay site content, you will see here every Monday, I post a proposal. I say, these are the articles that I propose we should publish this week on Foojay. And where that comes from is that Foojay is actually a WordPress site. And every Monday I look in the drafts and I see what is available. And you can see multiple different people have put articles. Each of these is a different article into the drafts. And I look at the quality and at the state of the article, and then I make a quick proposal here. And then that week these are the topics that are going to be published for that week. So every week there'll be a new one like this. So we want to keep it all very simple and straightforward. What you also see here is, so this is the main landing page, foojay.io. So that is letters stand for Friends of OpenJDK. And if you browse through this, you also find that there are podcasts. So, Math, is there already one about the Riyadh Jug? I'm not sure if there is one.
No, but hopefully we are planning to make it in the future.
Yeah, it would be very nice. You can see here many many different podcasts have taken place about music, about embedded Java, but there's actually also specific podcasts about specific jugs. So you can see here, Java Dominicana. So that's the jug in the Dominican Republic. And here, well, I've gone back too far, but there's a lot of podcasts around particular jugs. So here's the Japan jug, for example, and the founders of the Japan jug are there. So there could be, here's the Denver jug. So there could be one, there's a Dubai jug. So there has to be one about the Riyadh jug, but I'm sure that is still coming, and you're very welcome. Frank is a great podcast host who will have a conversation with you, and then it's recorded and everything. So every day there are new articles on this site. So here you can see the most recent article. You click on this one, but you also see all the articles that were ever published. So you can see this one was published today, this was yesterday, sometimes one or two, sometimes 2 or 3 articles. So there's constantly new content being published. And this could be you, of course. Anyone here is very welcome to share articles or tutorials or tips or tricks. And you can see here, Moath just mentioned. So here's a great article on SQL. Did you know that there are actually comments at the end of your article? Did you see that?
Yes, I have seen them. Yeah, they are really good comments. Yes.
Yeah, you could take each of these comments as a starting point of a new article, actually. So this could be one article. This could be another article. You know, responding to these comments from people.
Sure.
if you like. Yeah. So you can see a lot of articles, and if you get an account on Foojay, what happens is that you get your own profile page. So all the articles that you publish will be on your page. And here's the way to do that. So how to submit your next article on Foojay. So what you see is, to get started, you join the Foojay community on Slack. You go to the random channel and you say who you are. So there's a channel here called random. Someone else joined. Ahlan wa sahlan, Walid Chad. Hi. If you go to, once you are here, so you will get a message where you are welcomed, and you get tips on how to get started, basically. So you can see me doing this live. Oh wait. So here. So you're in a friendly place where you get a warm welcome, and the starting point is to go to the random channel here, and you say who you are. So here's people saying hello, who they are, etc., etc. And after that, you go here and you say, hello, I would like to have an account. So there's a lot of people that come in here that say, hey, I want to publish on Foojay. So when we see that, we go into WordPress, and it's all very simple. We will add a new user, and we will put a message in your chat on Slack, and we say, here is your user and your password. And then you will post new content into the draft. And we will look at it on Monday morning, and we will make a proposal for that week. And that's how we continually have new content. We started about 5 years ago, and we're still going strong, getting new content all the time. One new thing we've introduced is ads. So you can see here are advertisements. There is a section down here where we can post new ads. So if you're from a company, for example, and you want to sponsor Foojay, you want to actually invest some money, then we can publish ads for you. And so, for example, one ad by Azul is that you can actually win a really nice AirPods Max for free if you fill in a survey. So the survey starts here, and this is just a survey about how you are using, where do you live, how many people, and then you are taken through some survey questions about how Java is used in your company. So really, in the OpenJDK community, there is nothing like this. There isn't this vendor-neutral place. And what you also see here is a list of the advisory board. So these are the companies that are supporting Foojay. So it's Azul, it's JFrog, Chronicle, Omnifish, Datadog, DataStax, OpenValue, Payara, Digma, Gluon, Sonatype, Sneak, Gradle, Hazelcast, Vaden, Yugabyte, JetBrains. So many of these technology companies you will have heard of, and they all support this community project. So take a look at Sneak, for example. So this is Brian Vermeer from Sneak. Very nice quote. He says, it's incredibly important for every ecosystem to have a core location for information to help grow the community and be an educational resource for all developers to use. Java has lacked this core space for many years. I believe Foojay has the potential to be the central resource for all Java developers. It's a pleasure to be involved in the project. So imagine that you are new to Java, or if you have colleagues or friends who are new to Java, just point them here, and you will see that there's a section called Getting Started, and here you can find a quick start guide. And this shows you exactly how to get started with Java, how to set it up, some basic language usage, and there's lots of videos there. And now you have the basic starting point for using Java. If you're more experienced, you'll find a lot of content here too in different categories. So you're very welcome to join in and participate, and we'd love to have your content and your insights. And yeah, we're looking forward to collaborating with you. I think that's the message I would like to pass on to you in Riyadh.
Yeah, sure, Geertjan. That's really amazing stuff on Foojay and being a member of this amazing community.
Thank you.
Despite, yeah, we would like really to thank first Geertjan, despite of his health and but he was really excited to join us. Thank you so much. Can we have a couple of questions, if you don't mind?
Yes,
Geertjan,
please do. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So here there's yeah, there's a question. Someone might ask that what are some of the benefits of connecting with, for example, JUGs, sharing some of knowledge, and being a part of some of the platforms like Foojay and others. So, what makes it special?
I think a lot of the benefit you get out of technology, open source technology, is the network of friends that you can develop internationally. Open source is a way to connect with people all over the world who are doing similar things. And by means of Foojay, you really have access to that whole network. So if you have heard about Sneak, or if you've heard about Jakarta EE or Datadog or all these technologies, you might be interested in being in touch with the people behind those technologies. And Foojay is really the center of the ecosystem, enabling you to connect with everybody and to learn more, and potentially to say, hey, I would like to contribute to an open source project. How do I get started? And people will help you to get started. And potentially, if you were to say, I would like to contribute to Datadog or something, you contribute to that open source project, and at some point they will be looking for people to join their team. If you are already active in that community, in the Datadog community, then you will have a very strong argument for joining their team when they are looking for new team members. So it's an easy way to get involved in a particular ecosystem, and ultimately to join the developers who are working on your favorite technologies. There are many people who have done this. You find something that you find inspiring and interesting, you start contributing to it, and when those teams need a new team member, you will be on the top of the list because you have already shown an interest in their technology.
Yeah, that sounds really interesting. There's another question, if you don't mind, Geertjan. So.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. There is another question that is there any open source project that hosted and supported by Foojay, or is there any plan in the future? So,
well, Foojay itself is an open source project. You can contribute to it. The WordPress site is available to you to extend or adapt. Foojay as a website is an open source technology. Foojay as a community is an open source technology. But there is one specific one that you might be interested in finding out about. And that is called the OpenJDK Discovery API. And I'm going to show you this now. So if you have some kind of tool that that needs to download an OpenJDK distribution. So I'm now on the GitHub page. I'm going to share my screen with you. And actually, you can contribute here as well. So I'm sharing my screen. Can you see GitHub?
Yes.
Okay, so if you go to github.com/Foojay.io, one word, no dots, just Foojay.io,
Nice.
you will come to a place called, well, a place for friends of OpenJDK. And here you can contribute open source projects that you may be working on. If you want a repository, you can contribute here. But one that is really interesting is Disco API. So what the Disco API is a way for you to access any OpenJDK distribution you like. So traditionally, Red Hat has its OpenJDK distribution, Amazon has its, Microsoft, each of them have their own distribution and their own way of downloading it. They all have their own API. But what the Foojay OpenJDK Discovery API lets you do is use API endpoints like this. So API Foojay.io, Disco, and then major versions. And this will show you all the OpenJDK distributions with their major versions or distributions or packages, or all the endpoints are listed here. So here you can see the result. So if you search for this, you will get a long list. So here's, for example, Zulu is now available to be downloaded. Here is Liberica. So in this payload, you get access to all of the OpenJDK distributions at whatever version number you would like, which you can then integrate into an IDE, or you can integrate into a browser, or if you have a tool or technology or a command line tool of your own, and you want to access an OpenJDK distribution for your users, this is how you can do it. Via one API call, you can get access to all of them. So that is one OpenJDK, that is one open source project hosted by Foojay. But the other one I mentioned is that book. So the sustainability for Java developers book is being written here. And here you can see all the chapters. So now it's not code that is open source here, but here is actually the content of the book that is being worked on by different people. So you could also work together collaboratively around a book on the Foojay GitHub, if you like.
That's really interesting. Very, very interesting, Geertjan. That's amazing. We are sharing actually these links in the chat. So you'll find all these links available in the comments. We have another question, if you don't mind, Geertjan.
Sure, of course.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, yeah. Somebody might be very excited now by wants to embrace the learning and communicating and networking with the people, but he would not find the time for doing that, or sometimes sorts of procrastinations, not being consistent. So from your experience, I'm sure that 100% you have some very good strategies how to balance between those things.
I think maybe one part of the solution is to dedicate a small amount of time every day. So if you were to say 30 minutes every day, 30. I'm trying to think. 30 دقائق, right? دقيقة. I'm sorry. So yeah, 30 minutes every day, like maybe in the morning or in the afternoon, like at lunchtime or something, that you dedicate 30 minutes every day to something that you find interesting and make some notes about it. But so that's one part of it. But the other part is to get together with your colleagues and also with the Jug, and maybe divide the work between yourselves, and so in that way it becomes lighter, and also it continues to have momentum, because if you work on something on your own, you can sometimes get slowed down. But if you're working in a group, with 2 or 3 people in a small group, then maybe when one of the 2 or 3 people is not so enthusiastic, somebody else is enthusiastic, and you can encourage each other and move forward together. And I would suggest that you propose your ideas on the Foojay Slack, and you say, I would like to work on this or on that. And you will find people all over the world who are happy to help you and move forward together with you. And maybe on the Foojay GitHub or on the Slack and work together on something. But I think also it's important to make it very concrete what you want to achieve. The more concrete it is, I think the more achievable it is.
For example, how can we make things concrete, if you don't mind? Can you just give us some examples?
Well, it's kind of difficult, but in general, try and really summarize it into 1 or 2 sentences. You know, what is it that you want to achieve? You know, what do you want to create? What is the app or the application or the website? You know, what is the purpose of it? And not make it too many different things. With Foojay in the beginning, we were doing something much broader and more complicated than what it is now. We were really trying to create something that was also going to list all of the issues from each of the releases. And it turns out people didn't care all that much about seeing every single issue. They were more concerned about what are the high-level features. So you kind of adapt. But yeah, I think be very clear about what you want to achieve and make some clear milestones. You know, in month 1 we should have this, in month 2 we should have that. Try and be concrete so that it becomes more achievable.
Nice, awesome. So I have summarized so far your suggestions. Number 1 is dedicate small amount of time, 30 minutes every day to participate. Get a friend so that you work in a group. Divide the work and propose your ideas in the communities. For example, Foojay, try to be concrete and summarize what you want to do and focus on one thing to do.
Yeah, goes up.
Yeah. So we have another comment from Thijs. Thijs is really an amazing contributor also to the Foojay, as well as we hosted him in a very amazing talk, I think a couple of months ago. So he's also, commenting on this and saying the community in Slack is actually quite impressive. A lot of people are there, and I personally use it a lot to connect to and participate and with the speakers and conferences. So thank you so much, Thijs. Shukran. No, I'm sure that he will not understand it, but
so who was that? Who was that who said that?
Thijs.
Thies. Yeah.
Yes,
he's very active on Foojay as well. Definitely,
I think we don't have any other questions. So if you'd like to have a final statement, final word. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, I think the starting point is for everyone to join the Foojay Slack. So that bit.ly/join-Foojay-Slack. Please use that, and you will find a lot of people all over the world. It's very low key. No one demands anything from you. Just do whatever you like. Share your opinions and your thoughts, and propose projects, or say, I would like to work on this. Are there other people who will join me? You will find 3 or 4 people. You can make a small project together. Don't be too ambitious. Just try and keep it manageable and small, and then you can keep going for a long time together. Also, please write articles and put them in the Foojay WordPress queue, exactly as you have been doing. It's really great. All your fantastic content is really, really wonderful, and you can have an impact on people all over the world, wherever you are in the world. It's really amazing. And this community portal is available to anyone to to participate in. So everyone here is really welcome. It's not difficult to get started.
Yeah, indeed. I experienced the same. It was really smooth and amazing onboarding journey.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Geertjan. Amazing information. One last word. I think people are really excited to know about your maybe short journey with the father of Java. If you'd like to throw some lights on this, and would be actually Gertin is a friend of James Gosling, the father of Java. So if you'd like
maybe
to
we should
invite.
We can invite
Yes.
James Gosling to come to the Riyadh Java User Group one day.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Sure,
this.
Sure.
Yeah. So I mean, I know him because I was at Sun Microsystems when he was there as well, so I was working on NetBeans, and NetBeans exists still. It's a Apache project. But James was always a big promoter of NetBeans, and he still is. And I know him as a big advocate of NetBeans IDE, and I'm still in touch with him. And now that NetBeans is in Apache, James is on the project committee together with me for NetBeans. So he's really a wonderful, wonderful person. But I think he would definitely be. I'll ask him. I'm speaking to him on Friday, probably. I can ask him on behalf of the Riyadh Java User Group if he would like to come to a session like this.
Yeah, sure. We'll be really happy and pleasure.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Thank you so much, Geertjan. It's been really incredible session, amazing content, very good advices from you. Thank you so much, really, being an advocate of the Java ecosystem and being really in our senior level of all the Java experts in the world, really.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation. Looking forward for hosting you again and again.
Yeah. Ma salama.
Ma salama. Thank you.